Yo, what is going on, everybody? I know you guys see the title of the video. Today is the day we debut Golden Ticket RG3. Now, in case you guys missed it and you're wondering how I got him, I was opening up some Game Changer packs. I was actually going for that Ultimate Legend Gronkowski, and we ended up getting 16 out of 50 Golden Ticket RG3. Now, I can't forget about Jason Fox either. That was definitely a great pull. Now, the topper was a flashback. We ended up getting Aqib Talib, and I've been telling you guys for the last couple of weeks, I've been wanting to pick that card up. Now, here's RG3 compared to, well, RG3, and then here's Talib compared to Byron Maxwell. Now, both of them will be inserted in the lineup for today's video. Here's a look at the offense. Here is a look at the defense. And let's go ahead and jump into week number 8. Now, Combine Warrior RG3 has led us to a 7-0 record. So let's see today if Golden Ticket RG3 can complete the perfect season. So here we are in the first game of today's episode. We're doing what we've done all year, and that is give the ball to Marshawn Lynch. Here we find Benjamin on a little short pass, nothing too big. He does pick up 7 yards. 2nd and 3, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a shot, and what a catch by Steve Smith. Ends up picking up 25 yards, and that is going to move the chain. So on 2nd and 9, again, another pass across the middle. Alshon Jeffrey with another first down. So definitely a great start to this game. Marshawn Lynch, again, fighting his way, picks up 11 more yards. So later on, 3rd and 5, we're going to give it to Marshawn Lynch. He picks up a block, and he is into the end zone for the game's first touchdown. That's going to put us up 7-0. So let's see how my opponent's going to respond. It looks like Tom Brady's his quarterback. Bo Jackson is his running back. Here he is on 1st and 10. Luke Kuechly comes away and bats that one to the ground. Now on 2nd and 10, I don't know what that was. It's like he just kept hitting A and went right to Mike Ditka for a first down. So on 1st and 10, he goes back to the same play. This time it's Atwater that brings that one down. 2nd and 10. Brady, again, another quick pass to his tight end. And another first down. So I'm kind of figuring out what this guy's trying to do on offense. Now let's see if we can stop it. Here he gives it to Bo Jackson. 2nd and 10. It was his first carry of the game. Goes for -3 yards. So here on 3rd and 13. A couple of guys get their hands on that one. So on 4th and 13, my opponent is going to go for it here. Tom Brady across the middle. And this time he does come away with the completion. That is T.Y. Hilton picking up that first down. So on 2nd and 7, Brady finds Mike Ditka once again. Rod Woodson able to bring him down, but not until he picks up another first down. So later on 2nd and goal, Brady, little quick slant pass, and he's down to the 1. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to use a timeout because you guys can see we're already inside the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and goal, he gives it to his fullback, but Bruce Smith is there to bring him down. So on 4th and goal, Brady, he's going to go ahead, give this one to Bo Jackson, and he is in for the touchdown. So now we have 139 to work with, and we could be in trouble here. My opponent does get the ball in the second half, so I want to get at least a field goal here. We're going to go ahead, keep this one with RG3, makes the spin move. We're off to the races, but wait a second. Why is my offensive lineman already celebrating instead of making a block? So we have to go ahead, and we do have to settle for a field goal to make things 10-7. Like I said, my opponent does receive the ball in the second half, so let's see what he's going to do. Brady across the middle, and that same exact play is still working. He finds T.Y. Hilton once again, so on 2nd and 8, Brady, this time he's going to go ahead. He's going to find Mike Ditka. So my opponent is running like the same 2 or 3 plays, and I just can't stop it. Here on 2nd and 5, man, oh man, Byron Maxwell had a chance to get a pick 6. So on 3rd and 5, Tom Brady somehow finds Kelvin Benjamin for a first down. Now my opponent once again having another long drive. You guys can see he actually turned on 2 clock here, but Richard Sherman comes away with the interception. He ran that play one too many times, and Richard Sherman finally made him pay for it. We end up getting the turnover. So here we are back on offense. We run a flip play to Marshawn Lynch. All he needs is like one more block, but he's finally brought down at the 48-yard line. You can see 6 carries for 52 yards. Marshawn Lynch, I mean, this guy is just the heart and soul of this team. It seems like every time we give him the ball, he's picking up 7 to 8 yards. Here we are on 3rd and 3. RG3 finds Benjamin, slips out of 1 tackle, but most of all, he moves the chains, and that's going to bring us into the 4th quarter. So on 2nd and 3, back to Marshawn Lynch, right up the middle, powers his way all the way down to the 18-yard line. So here we are, 2nd and 5. Again, Lynch, first down. This man cannot be stopped. So on 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line, I feel the pressure coming, but look at the speed by RG3. He gets to the outside, and takes this one in for the touchdown. Now the big part about that is it puts us up 10 points with 2:19 remaining. So let's see what Tom Brady's going to do here. He's going to take a shot deep for Benjamin, and he catches it. What a grab, one-handed with like 2 or 3 defenders around him. So just like that, my opponent's all the way down the field. This time he finds Mike Ditka. Once again, we've seen that play a couple times already. Brady dropping back. Rod Woodson, what a clutch interception. You can see Reggie White actually knocked him over while he was coming up with it. So all we needed was one more first down. RG3 turns on the Jets and is able to pick that one up, and most of all, send us away with another victory in the season. Now on Monday, we did get new positional heroes. The left outside linebacker was Justin Houston from the Kansas City Chiefs, and the wide receiver was this man right here, Dez Bryant. Now when I flipped this card, I was in shock. I mean, 98 speed, 102 spectacular catch, 99 catch in traffic. Man, we may need to get that card on this team. He definitely looks like a beast. Definitely one of the best receivers in Madden Ultimate Team. But first, let's go ahead and let's jump into week number 9. Now, hopefully, this is the last regular season game for us, because if we win, that means we're getting a first round bye. And that's exactly what we want. We want to make the playoffs as easy as possible for us. Now, one thing I noticed, my opponent, he was not messing around. He had QB spies. He had QB contains all over the field. So in this game, we may not see RG3 really run wild. So on 3rd and 12, we do give it to Marshawn Lynch. He doesn't pick up the first down, but that is enough to get us in field goal range. So Greg Zuerlein does come out and gives us a 3-0 lead to start off this game. Now we noticed he still has a number 12 and number 34 in his backfield like the last game, but this time instead of Tom Brady, it is that NFL honors Aaron Rodgers. You see Bo Jackson does pick up a first down there, but here we're there to bring him down in the backfield. He ends up losing a couple of yards. So on 2nd and 12, Aaron Rodgers rolling out to the right. He's got a man open down the field, and he finds him for a big pickup. But wait a second. There is a flag on the play, and it's an illegal forward pass. So instead of a first down, he's faced with a 3rd and 16. Gets hit while he's thrown. He finds Jerry Rice, but that one was ruled incomplete. He couldn't get his feet in bounds. So we came back on offense, and we marched down the field in a hurry. Here we find Rob Gronkowski. But, I mean, that was about it. Once we get in the field goal range, we just couldn't seem to pick up anything else here on 2nd and 12. I do have a receiver open in Alshon Jeffrey, but he came in a hurry, and RG3 wasn't able to get that one off. So again, we have to bring on Legatron and settle for another field goal. So up 6-0. My opponent has about a minute and a half to work with here. Now again, we find ourselves in a similar situation. If my opponent scores here and gets the ball in the second half and scores, we could find ourselves in a little bit of trouble. On 2nd and 6, he finds Jerry Rice, Byron Maxwell, a hard hit to bring him down. So on 3rd and 3, Aaron Rodgers finds Darius Hayward-Bay, and with the help of some poor user tackling by me, he brings this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. So on 1st and goal, he gives it to his fullback, but look who is there, Bruce Smith, to bring him down. So on 2nd and goal, Bo Jackson up the middle, but Cam Chancellor brings them down before he could really go anywhere. So on 3rd and goal, Aaron Rodgers does end up finding Bo Jackson for the touchdown. So my opponent is going to take a 7-6 lead and get the ball here in the second half. So on 3rd and 3, Aaron Rodgers looking left side, and I was there with Atwater, but he drops the pick. So on 4th and 3, Rodgers finds Jerry Rice. Now that is frustrating because I felt like we had a stop there. Instead, he gets a 4th down conversion, and all of a sudden, he is taking a lot of time off this clock. You can see he has True Clock on, and we're already almost down to a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Again, another check down to Bo Jackson. Picks up 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Rodgers looking right side. Richard Sherman is there to bat that one away. Let's see if we can get a stop here. Rodgers looking right side again, but Rod Woodson comes up with a beautiful strip, and that's going to set him up for another 4th down. Aaron Rodgers looking across the middle, but D'Angelo Hall is there to break that one up. Now, that one probably would have been a pick 6, but that's all right. I'm just glad we got him off the field. So we came out on offense. We gave this to Marshawn Lynch. Again, man, really nowhere to go. So on 2nd and 11, I'm going to take off with RG3. Robert Griffin finally brought down after about 7 yards. You guys can see 3 carries for 7 yards. My opponent has definitely done a great job of containing him. So here on 3rd and 3, I went with the screen pass. We pick up some blocks, and he picks up a huge first down. So at the 2-minute warning now. Whoa. RG3 gets popped on that play. We're lucky he didn't fumble, so my opponent is going to use the second time out of the game. So on 3rd and 10, Griffin, Alshon Jeffrey, and that is a touchdown. Now we went ahead. We did get the 2-point conversion. So now all of a sudden we're up 14-7 in this game. Let's see how Aaron Rodgers is going to respond. Screen play to Bo Jackson, slips out of 1 tackle, and he picks up a first down. 2nd and 6 now. Rodgers, he's going to dump this one off to Sproles, and he gets popped by Rod Woodson. D'Angelo Hall picks it up, and he's going to go ahead, skip into the end zone, and just like that, we have capped off a perfect season. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let me know what you think of Golden Ticket RG3. He's pretty dang fast. He's pretty dang good. I'm not sure if he's worth over 1 million coins, though, in my opinion. But in the next episode, we will be starting off the divisional round of the playoffs. So hopefully I can bring you guys back-to-back Super Bowl victories. So until next time, I'm TD Presents, and I'm signing out.